The Path to Success for the African American, Segment 5, the final chapter. The position of the African American is not the first time a culture has experienced a rise and a fall. It happens consistently throughout history, throughout time, throughout experience in the evolution of beings, whether it's individuals, cultures, entire races of people, countries, entire worlds. Just look at your individuals as a microcosm. Individuals rise and fall all the time, some to lower heights and lesser depths, some to great heights and to extreme depths, and many build themselves back up from those positions. The rise and fall is occurring all the time to the benefit of that which we call source energy, for the experience of the spirit, for the experience of, on your planet, the human being, the mastery of emotion that must be embarked upon, the mastery of the mind that must be developed. Each of these pose grand experiences for the individual and for source that sees and breathes through these individuals. The evolution of the human being is one rooted in experience, rooted in the movement from experience to experience, from goal to goal, from tragedy to success, from trauma and drama to clarity and greater focus. Each of these serve as a mechanism to expand and to evolve the human being. Each of these serve as a mechanism to create greater, broader experience for that which we call source energy. All are merely playing a game of expansion and evolution, but the direction of the game can be guided by you, the individual, once you gain mastery of the body, once you gain mastery of the mind and begin to dictate, to intend, to insist, if you will, the direction of your life, of your experience. Then that which you seek will be realized. Then the inspirations that swell up inside of you will freely be followed, causing greater expansion and evolution in itself, but on a plane and in a light that is more pleasurable than the individual who is being tossed by emotion and who is being flustered back and forth, in and out, up and down by that which is received by the senses. It has always been known that the senses create a false reality. The reality that is accepted as true by your senses are not true. They are merely perceptions and assumptions and are false at best. But you have to learn this. This is part of the game. Individuals who look out into the world see certain things based on their own perceptions and their own ideas. Another individual may see something completely different. This means the outer world, the world you believe to be true that is made whole by your physical senses, is the subjective reality. It is not the actual objective reality. Reality is not objective. Reality outside of you is not true. It is subjective. It is molded by you. It is molded by each individual. It becomes even more solid and concrete when groups of people believe on and choose to see the same thing. When entire cultures believe on and choose to see the same thing. This is what is true in your politics at the moment. This is what is true in your gang circumstances. This is what is true in your religions. They choose to see and believe on one or a few ideas, and this is what causes their lives, the basis of their reality, to become a similar seeming and looking reality where they all begin to experience similar circumstances. And this ties them even closer to the ideas, even though they are not true, even though they can be changed in a moment. The person who has stepped outside of the norm, the person whose awareness has been expanded to see and to recognize that they are not their mind, that they are not their body, but that they have a mind and that they have a body. Then they begin to see the true reality, which is that they make it on the inside. They begin to see that the ideas they hold on the inside reveal and create their reality, and that the ideas that you hold in your inner being are the cause of what you see outside of yourself. If you choose to see the worst in people, if you believe in the worst in people, you will see the worst in people. If you choose to believe on the best of people, you will see the best in people. If you choose to see only human beings and no color, you will see only human beings and no color. If you choose to see beauty and joy and experience joy and unity, you will see beauty and experience joy and unity. It is all based on the ideas you hold on the inside. And even these ideas are not objective. They are not concrete. They can be changed. They are often changed as a result of a trauma in an individual's life, but they can be changed by choice. You can move from a life of lack and scarcity to a life of wealth and abundance by changing your ideas, by changing what you choose to see in the world. You can move from a life of sickness and dis-ease to a life of health and healing by changing the ideas you choose to see and that you choose to express into the world. You can choose. You can move quickly from a life of broken relationships to a life of strong, powerful relationships by changing the ideas, by changing that which you believe and intend to see in the world. There are innumerable universes, realities being and experienced and at play on your planet. Each individual is creating their own reality, and yet many are unconsciously choosing realities that bring them pain and suffering. Whereas now you can choose to experience any reality that you so desire, and Source Energy will revel in your choice of reality because it all yields experience. It all creates growth and expansion because the more you know about yourself, the greater mastery you hold over yourself, the greater goals, the greater inspirations you open yourself up to, and to move toward those inspirations, to move toward the accomplishment of those goals, knowing that you are creating them, creates quantum leaps in experience, expansion, and evolution, which is a beautiful thing for Source. And it celebrates in your understanding, your knowledge, and your move into that position. Whereas the person who has yet to become aware, the person who has yet to understand they are the creator, Source revels in their experience as well, in their ignorance as well, in their movement unconsciously driven by their outer experiences, by the information taken in by their senses. Source revels in that as well because it too is experience. It too is creating evolution slowly but surely. The African American, once realized, can return or create any position they choose to without opposition, without competition. Just as every single individual is creating their own reality without opposition and without competition. Yes, this will be and is the final transmission for the success of the African American. Everything that one needs to transform, to shift, whether individually, culturally, racially, has been expounded upon. One merely needs to take this information and apply it, actively engage it, and discover for themselves that their psychology is creating their reality, and that expanded awareness of the body, of the mind, will open doorways and pathways to greater understanding, greater inner and personal power, and the success on your third dimensional reality that you seek will become real, will be manifest through a clear mind and a unified body.